All right, what's up, everyone? We're live here. It is Thursday, October 23rd. We have some Thursday night football, Chargers versus Vikings tonight. I don't even think I have a position on this total for this game or money lines or spread. So we're going to be looking for some action for the Thursday night game. This is my first stream for Sharp Money on Thursday nights. I used to do these streams for Outlier, and they're a ton of fun because there's tons of promos and different things to look at on the sportsbook for Thursday night football. So it's a really good time to pop on the stream here. If you guys have any questions, we picked up a lot of new members this week. If you guys have any questions about the service, about the Plus EV bots, about the VIP package, let me know. With that being said, we are still running this NBA season promo until the end of the weekend. So if you use the code at the bottom of the screen here, NBA5, and sign up for our Plus EV bots, you can get our first month for $5. And the link to sign up for the bots is in the description, I believe. If not, let me know. I can post it. But quick little recap of my month so far. Really solid, not a whole lot of volume here. I'm up $2,300, 5% ROI, which is really nice. Expected value, I shoot for 2.5%, and I also try to shoot for 70% CLV beat. So would like to see the CLV beat up a little bit better. But yesterday, I was down on the NBA, $800. You know what it really came down to is I overexposed myself on a lot of repeated bets. And the ones that I did that on all lost. So I had Detroit a couple times that lost. I had the Detroit and the Bulls over one time, two times, three times, four times. I mean, all crazy good value, 4% edges across the board, 5% edges. So really good bets. But I told myself that I wanted to take it slow to start the NBA season, just like I do every single NBA season or any new season, because the numbers aren't there yet, the markets aren't that sharp yet. So I try to ease into it. One thing I'll say when there's a lot of action going on, like there was yesterday in the NBA, the Plus EV bots are pinging everywhere, all over the place on all different types of books, and it is difficult to remember which bet you already have. So I personally never went back and checked my picket. I need to get in the habit of remembering my bets during the NBA season. When it comes to the NFL and college football, it's a little, less sporadic of how many bets you're placing in a day. So I can easily remember like what positions I'm on and not worrying about like double dipping. But for the NBA, I mean, you just get slammed with bets all day long. So the fact is that you're probably going to hit the same bet if you don't remember that you already bet it. So yeah, pretty much everything I double bet. Boston, I hit $300 and an extra 100, 7% edge there. I mean, this one, the over a 5% edge, 6% edge. So I mean, I was on the right bets. I just went too heavy and ended up losing, which at the end of the day, it's not a big deal to double up and lose a little bit. But all right, let's see. We got some questions here. Kyle, remember that name from the last stream, signed up with NBA 5 promo. All right, definitely. We're going to get into the bots pretty soon. We're going to go hit some plays. So if you have questions, let me know. All right, we have Camps. I'm not sure we'll win the Chargers versus Vikings game, but I know who'll lose. The Jets will lose. Yes, they could. I have a future bet on the Jets. I don't know if it pops up here, but to have less than like 7 wins, and I'm pretty sure we're good there. Yeah, so D, I do all straight bets. There's no parlays. I rarely bet promos because I barely bet props because my limits are so low. The only book I can really get down on props without severe limits is DraftKings. I mean, not even DraftKings, FanDuel. Typically, I can get like $200 down on props on FanDuel. But otherwise, I'm all main lines. I'm all straight betting. The only time I do parlays is if I have a promo, which there'll probably be some promos to go for tonight. So, all right, let's take a look at the Discord. Let's see what's going on here. First of all, I'm going to go to FanDuel because that's my number one book. That's where I try to find most of my bets here. So I'm going to start at the most recent lines. And this is the Chiefs versus the Commanders. This is for the over 47.5 points. The edge is small, but we're going to get into what I think about EV percentages, and I think that EV percentage are sometimes overvalued at what percent you want to play, especially on main lines. And then what we see here is the Pinnacle odds chart and limit chart, along with circuit and bookmaker prices for their main lines. So if you're not familiar, circuit and bookmaker typically only price one main line and then move their number off of that. So if they have this 47.5 minus 110, instead of Pinnacle, who'll just move this minus 110 to minus 120 or minus 130 and keep the number the same, bookmaker and circa will just bump their number, and they typically will keep their lines close to minus 110 for both sides of the line. So the reason we want to see that is we want to see directional movement towards the bet we're about to place. So like over 47.5, I'm looking for these books to be moving towards the over, meaning the lines are going upwards. So pretty obvious here. I mean, you look back on like the 22nd, the line was 46.5 on circa. They bumped to 47.5. Little slight adjustment back down to 47, then 47.5 again, and then 48. So circa is sitting higher than the FanDuel line by a half point, which is nice to see. Bookmaker is also sitting a half point higher. And then Pinnacle is the book we're actually comparing this line to, because they actually have the 47.5 available, unlike circa and bookmaker. So Pinnacle has this line at minus 116. Meanwhile, FanDuel has it at minus 105. So that's a bet that we want to take. And here is the Pinnacle chart. So the white line is the Pinnacle limits, which is how much a person could wager on their book. So it's $2,000, which is very low, honestly, for a totals market. But you can see the Pinnacle price drop. So it was at plus 100, and now it's moved down to like minus 116. The best looking charts are ones that the pink line starts up here and moves its way down. This one has been kind of up and down. You can trust the most recent movement the most. But what really makes like a really great play, I'm not going to say this is a great play. I'm going to play this one, but it's not something I'm going to extend myself on. What you want to see is the limit increase, like a white line go up, correlate with the pink line drop. So hopefully we see some good plays like that where I can show you better. But this is a play that I'll be taking just because the books are moving in the right direction. Or did it just disappear? No, it's still here. Some plays just came in later. So, all right, Chiefs Commanders over 47.5 minus 105 is going to be the play that I want. So I need to make sure when I log in to FanDuel here that I'm getting the same number and same price. Because if we don't get the same number and same price, we're giving up value and our play doesn't have an edge. So exactly this. Minus 115 is not, I'm going to log in anyway here, but it already moved to minus 115 probably while I was talking through this bet. And we wanted it at minus 105. So your typical recreational bettor isn't really looking at the odds, and seeing it move 10 cents is going to, a normal rec bettor would just ignore the fact that it moved a little bit and just place this bet anyway. But we're looking for value. The value is gone. One thing you can do is you can go back to our charts and look for this FV under the stats. And that stands for the fair value price, which is what price you can play up to. So this was minus 106, and the line moved way past minus 106. Minus 115 is a worse price, so we're not going to play it. So no play there. And I say this all the time, but a lot of the time, the best play is no play. Just knowing which ones to lay off is just as important as knowing which ones to take. All right, Jesse. Yeah, let's cash some bets tonight. One thing while we're on this page, I'm not going to hit it yet, but we do have the jackpot promo, which we'll be looking at. Did anyone actually grab that play before it moved on us? So with EV betting, you have to be fast. These lines do move quick. So when we see the pink line going up, it's typically something we want to avoid. So this is a play where if the book is increasing their odds, giving you a better payout, it's something that we want to avoid because they're saying the win probability is actually decreasing on that side of the line. So what we can do, I do this quite often, is I'll play the reverse side of the line on Novig if I make my own market. So we'll go do that right now. If you know what Novig is, it's a peer-to-peer betting exchange where you can post your own prices and hopefully someone fills them. And someone like myself who is limited on a lot of sports books, it's a good option for me. So I want to go to the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now this is a little bit more advanced. So you're only going to do this if you're severely limited and want to get down more money, or you just want to play as many pings as possible. And just get as much money out. I mean, that's the name of the game, is get volume out with an edge. So the fair value price we're putting at plus 124. So I want to post something that is better than fair value. So I'll probably post this close to plus 130 or whatever the fair value price is for the opposite side of this bet. Or sorry, the opposite side of the bet, I really want the fair value would be minus 124. So I want to post something better. So I want to post like minus 120 for the under 115.5 for the Pacers game first half. So let's see if I can do that. I don't actually know if Novig has all the alt lines. Yeah, oh, they do. Or they don't have the 15. How do they have 112, 113, 114, 116, 117 and not 115? Or is that the main line? Am I missing something? That makes no sense. All right, we're not making that market then. Yeah, so I wasn't going to play that one. All right, let's just find a bet we can place on the book, because I think most people probably want to see bets on the book. So here's another overplay. It's funny, the over 15.5 gets steamed very hard, but the over 113.5 did not get moved that much. So I think we do want to be on the side. So actually, I have the market pulled up. So if I go to the 113 market, if I go under 113, I post plus 100 or better. So plus 105 probably. So under 113, I want to post plus 105. So I'll be second best in the market. So if I post the under at plus 105, it'll create the over at minus 105, which will put me right here in between these two orders. All right, what else do we have here? None of these charts are looking good right now, so these are charts I would typically just scroll through. Here's one. Colts versus, if you guys are in the chat too and there's like a play on a book that you guys are seeing, tell me where it is and I can look at it. We can talk it through. Brayton, what's going on, man? All right, so this one looks pretty good, I think, if the line's still here. So this is what you want to see. You see Pinnacle's limits at $20,000. Odds drop from, this line was priced at plus 120. Now it's plus 108. And we can get this at plus 118 on FanDuel. So this is the Colts minus 16.5. We see the sharper books starting to move even more towards the Colts. Circa moving from minus 14 to minus 14.5. That's a huge move. That's, 14 is such a key number, and to go to 14.5 is huge. And then to move off of 14.5 and go to 15.5 is telling you that they're seeing some serious action on the Colts for sure. So another Colts line minus 15.5. We can pretty much pick whichever one we want here. So if you see you can ladder these plays. If you see Colts minus 15.5, then you also see Colts minus 16.5. You can ladder them, or you could put down your full unit on whatever play has the highest EV. So like this play, Colts 16.5 has a 0.61%, and the Colts minus 15.5 have a full 1.5% EV. So that's the play I will take. Colts minus 15.5 for plus 108. Hopefully these odds are still here too. Colts 15.5, 108. So I'm going to take it for a little bit less than a unit. just because we're kind of far out, and I'll add to my position on the Colts throughout the week if I see more plays pop up. So Colts minus 15.5 plus 108 is the first play. I really like that play. And all right, so another thing too is if you're used to EV betting or if you're not used to EV betting, we have something that we typically use called the Kelly criteria formula. And that tells you how many units to place on a bet. Uh, Honestly, I think myself and a couple of the owners, we really just started flat betting everything for 1 unit. It really comes down to the fact that you can find very good plays at small EV percentages. So, for an example, the Kelly criterion formula works off of the win probability of the bet and the expected value. So, if the win probability goes up or the expected value goes up, the wager amount will also go up. So when we're playing edges that are, sub 1%, it's going to recommend you betting like almost nothing on your bet. So, we typically just flat bet 1 unit. If we have a good, if we have a good market trend where, one play is starting to get steam, we think that we're going to close with a higher edge than this. So we bet a little bit more aggressively. Brayton also says he flat bets now. I just like it. When I first started sports betting, the other thing too is once you're limited, you can't get you if you can't get down to like a exactly the number you want, you kind of just start max betting things or just trying to get as close to a unit, and you just stop checking the recommended unit size. So that's kind of when I started just flat betting, was when I started getting limited really bad. All right, so there's our first big play. It's going to be the Colts minus 15.5. Let's see. Fliff usually has some good plays as well. Here's a solid one right here. This is a college game. College total, UCLA, Indiana. And was this tomorrow? The 25th. So this is Saturday. This is a Saturday 11 a.m. or noontime game. Under 54 points, minus 115 on Fliff. We already see, Circa had the under 54.5, and they moved all the way down. Well, they moved up first, and then they moved down to 53. So Circa is sitting a point and a half less than Fliff. So that's good movement there. Bookmaker has kind of worth between 53 and 53.5. Pretty much has been there all day today. But then we see Pinnacle starting to drop rapidly at the same number. So this is a bet that I want to take because Pinnacle odds are dropping. I'm at minus 102, and they've dropped to, minus 127. So that's, we say we want to look for like 10 cents of line movement in one direction. When you see something like this is really good movement. So Fliff does not have an app, or I don't think. Will this work? I do have a Mac, so I could probably download the app here. I'm just going to place it on my phone sitting here. So Indiana, UCLA under 54.5 minus 115 is the play that I'm taking on my phone right now. Someone suggested it in chat, and it works better for me. It's also just it just takes a little less of your thought process too out of it. Like people determining what bet size they're going to have is not that it takes that long, but it's another thought you need to have when you're trying to think if this bet is good or not, and you need to get to that line quick before it moves. So I do like that idea too. All right, let me find this bet on my phone. If you're not familiar with Fliff, it's a sweepstakes book, and it's available in like 40 plus different states. The sweepstakes model is starting to get banned state by state, but you're always able to take your money if it's banned. So don't worry about it. I've I've won like over $20,000 on Fliff and withdrawn it, so I vouch for them. They're good. Still looking here. One thing all right, I got it in here. I don't know the key number. Totals don't have like as big of key numbers, but they're still important. I do think 54 is around that range. I did make a chart of it, but I don't remember exactly what 54 was. It was they were pretty close in value across the board, to be honest. I think Sigma always talks about 54 being like a key number that it lands on quite a bit. But I don't know how to exactly value that. One thing, guys, if you guys could do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed to the Sharp Money YouTube channel, if you guys could please subscribe to it. I'm going to share a link right now. But basically, if you don't know, I'm moving all my content over to Sharp Money. I'm really trying to grow our YouTube channel here now, and subs obviously are a big metric that we track and that I'm trying to grow. So if you guys like this content, if you're not watching on YouTube right now, it's always streaming on YouTube, making plus EV content as well. Every Tuesday night, we do a nice little news segment about the industry, different industry news. It's really fun with the whole group of the owners, myself, Jay, Sigma, and Mathwins when he can make it. So please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel if you guys can. I'd really appreciate it. So, all right, a couple more pings on FanDuel. So this is an NBA game for tomorrow with the only book being bookmaker as the DVIG. So I don't typically touch these, even though it has a good little movement here. It's a day out for the NBA, so I don't like to go a day out for the NBA, and I like to see more books than just one book for the most part. Pacers, Oklahoma City Thunder. So here's another one I would lay off. So this one's kind of tough because you do see the line go up and down, and the more recent movement has been downwards. But when I look at the other books, and this line is for the over, I want to see the point totals going towards the over, and we're seeing the exact opposite here on Circa, where the point total was 59, it moved to 58 and a half, 57 and a half, and then 57. So we're moving the wrong way. So Circa is saying, hey, the main line is getting adjusted towards the under. So I'm only looking for under bets when I see stuff like that happening. And leave a like on the live. Yes, that would be awesome. Thank you, guys. We use StreamYard, so it streams to our Twitch account, my Twitter account, and our YouTube account. And actually, looks like Takeoff here is on Twitch. I think last stream, all the viewers come from YouTube for the most part, and we don't really push our Twitch links there, so I'm not sure how Takeoff even found us. But we only had like a few guys from Twitch and no comments on Twitch, so it's nice seeing some Twitch guys show up. Thank you. All right, other book that I can sometimes get down on is, oh, here's a good one. Minnesota Vikings team total over 20 and a half minus 110. You can, so all this is kind of jammed in here, but overall we can see that the books are trending down quick. All three books in this DVIG. So when you have multiple sharp books in a DVIG process, you can trust it a lot. Bookmaker has moved all the way down to minus 132. Pinnacle minus 126. Circa is still minus 115. So here's one that we definitely want to take. Vikings over 20 and a half team total minus 110. I'm going to try to make this market on Novig. I can get a little. So on DraftKings, I'm probably only going to get down a handful of dollars. But on Novig, I have the opportunity to get down more. So over 20 and a half minus 110 is what I want. So I'm going to be best in market by a lot here. Over 20 and a half. If I post this for minus 110, oh, I'm like, why can't I make this? All right, make this minus 110. I got a really good feeling that this is going to get filled. once my location gets verified. Last night I was having issues with Novig verifying my location as well. I'll try hitting this on DraftKings while we wait. And for people that are new to the Discord, when you click our links right now, it brings you to the Tiny URL website, and then you have to click one more time. This is, I don't know, Tiny URL just changed something the past couple of weeks where they're like trying to put up advertisements, which is kind of a pain in the ass because, you know, we've always been one click and then your bet's in your slip, but now it's 2 clicks. I don't know. It's kind of an inconvenience, but it's also an inconvenience when you click a sports book and you got to sign in every single time too. But it's something we're working on a fix for. We thought we had a fix and we were screwing around with it for the past couple of days and it ended up not working. So back to the Tiny URL for the time being. NBA has been quiet today, though. We only have 2 NBA games today. But yesterday, I don't know if you guys were around yesterday, it was like nonstop pinging from the books. Today felt a lot slower. $14 max bet for me. So let's try this again. Still going to be best in market by a lot. Please. All right, I was just on here, though. Didn't we just place a bet here? Yeah, we did. We put this Thunder one in. All right, I'm going to log in my phone. My phone always works for it. I'll hold up our last bet so you guys can try to load it up. All right, team totals, Vikings over 20.5. All right, nice. What do we have for DraftKings promos today? 30% same game parlay. We'll maybe do something fun with. Well, you know what? We'll probably look at the promo team to see what they have. I got an instant fill on my Vikings team total on Novig. So we hit this bet. So one thing, if you're new to the channel too, is whenever I take a bet, I send it to my channel called Closing Dimes Bot Plays right here. And these are all the plays that I have taken. So you can kind of like look to see what is a good chart. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where the ideal bet is when the limits go up and the price drops. So like this is like very, very textbook bet, like as good as it gets. This is something like maybe 1.5 units that I would put on it. So the limits went to 10K and the price dropped steep. And that was probably like the Celtics or something that I got crushed on. It was Jazz. I don't even know if they covered yesterday, but that was a really good bet. But you can see all the bets I take here, and you can see the common theme is lines moving in this direction, back like top left to bottom right. Everything's dropping. These are all the plays that I take, is lines moving like that. So, I mean, there's another clear example of money just coming in on one side of the line. These are the plays you want to grab. So if you're ever bored, look through my bot plays, and you'll get a good idea of what looks good. So yeah, yours fills instantly too. So I think, let me tell you why I think those filled so fast. It's because it's value to the Pinnacle line, and a lot of people use Pinnacle as their DVIG book. So if we go back to DraftKings here, like I said, or no, it's value to Circa. Sorry, so Circa has it minus minus 115, minus 105. So if you take the fair value there, it's probably like you pretty much split it like minus 110 plus 110. Because we posted minus 110, it created the plus 110. So to anyone that is using like Circa only as their DVIG book, we just popped up as value to them. But we also have in our fair value at minus 110, we have Pinnacle and Bookmaker factored in as well. So when you factor in this minus 126, this minus 132, we have a much better price, in my opinion. And we have the market direction confirming that. And that price looks like it's gone. So the bets will clear when the value is gone. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. So like my guess is if we go and look at the bets we have, or if we go and look at the Vikings team total again, it's probably going to be at a worse price, meaning we did a good job. That's my guess. So Vikings over 20 and a half. It's still minus 110 actually. So maybe the market moved. Not sure there. Market could have moved back a little bit. So let's take a look. Hold on one second. We got a good question. All right. So when you see a play from a book you don't have or you're limited on, you still take it on Novig or Profit X. And will it show in your channel? Yeah. So that's a good question. So I typically will like say something like BetMGM where I don't actually bet on their book. I will post it on Novig and then also send it to the channel. So sometimes like I'm not actually on the bets. I'm just putting an order out for it. And if it, they don't always get filled. So I guess there is a little bit of disconnect there. But what I'll never do is like share a play when I took the opposite side of it. Here's one I took earlier too. And this Pinnacle is actually starting to come up a little bit. This pink line is going up. I think Bookmaker might be coming up as well. So maybe just something we avoid here on this team total for the Vikings. This lines are coming up. Vikings, Chargers over 20 and a half. So this is good where we see the limit increase up to 10K and then the line come down. And overall, this movement has been really good. So I like this one as well. This one's on Fanatics. Chargers, Vikings over 20 and a half first half points. It lines up with our Vikings over team total as well. So let's go post a line over 20 and a half. Which I'm going to have to do it on. They don't have it. Do we have a different number to post? I don't know what 20 and a half would be. Oh, yeah. So, all right. Just signed up yesterday. No clue how to play because I'm not used to playing parlays. I'm still a beginner. So Taz, if you are from California, you only have access to the sweepstakes books and maybe DFS books like Prize Picks and Underdog. I'm not 100% sure there. The books you should look into are like Onyx Odds, Profit X, Novig, and then you can do the offshores like Bet Online, MyBookie. Rebet is another one. I mean, I could send you a list. But there's a lot of sports books that you can use that aren't state regulated, but they're still legal to use. So I would look there. But you're definitely in a state that is a little bit harder to make money. There's no doubting that. And then Taz said he's from Minnesota as well. Similar book selection. Does Minnesota have state regulated books, or are you also just working off of like sweepstakes and stuff? And one thing for both of you guys, pay attention to. Well, you can also use Kalshi and Polymarket. They're federally regulated. So, and Fliff is another one. But Kalshi and Polymarket are legal in every single state. So you could do Kalshi as well. So there's opportunities to make money if you want to make money, even from crappier state. Yeah, all sweeps and peer to peer. So you get, I mean, yeah, so we don't, so Taz, we don't even, our bots don't flag prize picks or underdog for parlays. So you're not going to find that here. None of these plays are going to be useful for your parlay books, your DFS books. So you would need to download the sweepstakes ones like Novig, Profit X, Onyx Odds, Rebet, all the books that I told you about. I mean, you can, so let me tell you the books, like if I look at my all-time, tell you books that you have access to, and just kind of show you like my numbers on those books. Obviously, I have access to FanDuel, DraftKings, like those are gonna be my bigger profits. But a lot of these sweepstakes books are way less sharp, and our bots pick them off like very, very easily. So you're gonna have access to Fliff. So Fliff is actually my number one book. I've made $21,000 on them with a 13% ROI over 2,600 something bets. So Fliff and the SharpMoney plus EV bots are perfect. So Fliff is one of your books that you guys should be using. Anyone, even if you're in a regulated market, Fliff, you need to have Fliff. Rebet is another one that is a sweepstakes book. You can see these ROIs are crazy. 19.8%. I mean, that's not even realistically, like I should cap out at 5%. This is kind of a small sample size of like under 200 bets. So that number is definitely inflated a little bit. But you can see the money that I can make there. And Onyx Odds, I'm only up 600. You can see that I have some prize picks and underdogs. I haven't placed, I don't place too many of these, and the bot doesn't find them, so I need to get those from different sources. But yeah, definitely take advantage of the books I just mentioned. Actually, yeah, Cali just no, you're right. Cali just passed a law to ban sweepstakes January 2026. So you got a few months. You got a few months to hit those, and then you guys need to start looking at like Kalshi and Polymarket should be legal soon. We don't have a Kalshi bot yet, but we will shortly. Do you always use desktop link shortcuts, or do you sometimes hop on Picket quickly to line shop and get a little extra on the odds? Time is money. Yeah, good question. I personally don't go to Picket to look for the best price, mainly because if you have access to all these books and you can get like your like enough money down on all of them, then I don't think it's a terrible idea. Instead of like say, let's just say that Patriots money line just gets a ton of steam, and you see it pop up as value on FanDuel, but you have access to tons of different books, and you want to be like, oh, I'm just going to bet one of them. I'm going to take the book that has the most value. Then plugging that into Picket real quick instead of clicking through all the channels is probably a good play. But for me, it's like I'm almost just always looking for value on FanDuel because that's where I can bet the most. So I don't do it, but it's actually a good process that you have there. The top 3 least favorite senior members. Oh, I gotta think about that. I don't know. No one ever. I don't know if I could. I have no beef with anyone. I got nothing to say. I'll think about it. Pacers, Thunder. Pacers plus 9.5. Pacers are getting some steam right now. So we want Pacers plus 9.5 minus 140. This is on ESPN bet. Let's see. I might be able to get down a little bit of money here. ESPN moves quick, so I'd be kind of surprised if it's still there. It's still there. I haven't placed a NBA bet on ESPN bet yet this season. Yeah, I can't say anyone on the stream right now. If you and Braxton are on the stream, I can't say you guys. It depends. Maybe I'll go hit some. I'm about to hit some promos. So whoever I tail on the promos that loses, I'll just add them to the top 3. My location is struggling to be verified on all these books right now. Let's see. I think I have this locate reset. I think that's I've never done that before, but I think that's my location thing. Maybe that'll work. No, I don't know. Try my phone. This line looks good though. Pacers plus 9.5, minus 140. Does anyone else have like issues on the websites versus the app? So I never have an issue on the app. So my max bet here is $140, which isn't bad because the line is minus 140. Yeah, this is a really good looking play. Pacers plus 9.5, minus 140. Also Pacers plus 8.5, minus 120. See if we can hit this on Novig. Try one more time here. Okay, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to build this out on Novig as well. The Pacers, we'll go Pacers plus 8.5 here. Plus 8.5, minus 120. All right, that one's in. All right, let's just hit some promos. Let's just look at some promos. Let's build some parlays together. Let's see what we have. So for those of you that don't know or don't use it, our community chat is 100% free. You don't have to be a premium member or anything. And we see Mathwin's just placed this bet. It's a good call. I got to place it. Hit it as well. Other thing you might want to look out for too is if you see like the owners' names pop up on this bet taken like this, like you probably know it's good if the owners are hitting it. So just something to keep an eye on as well. But our promo section is 100% free here. And what you can do is you can click into, I haven't looked at this channel in a long time. Let's jump to the present. But we will have someone posting FanDuel promos, which there's a lot of spam in here. Not spam, but comments. Monday Night Football. All right, am I on the wrong promo? Sorry, I'm on the wrong promo page. Monday night. All right, so Thralia has the 30% same game parlay for DraftKings. So let's see what he built here. So he built a play that pre-boost is a 4.5% edge already. And then with the 30% profit boost, we're looking at 29% edge. So really good stuff there. And we have the link to the bet right here. So it's a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown score, Vikings over 20.5 team total. I wonder where he got that one from. And the alternate first quarter over 6.5. So we're gonna click this link and it should fill us right up here. Dustin said a ton of issues on websites on the Mac. Yeah, I have a Mac too, so this could be a Mac issue. Fixed a lot of it by going in and disabling all the tracking protection and stuff. Disable the ad blockers, any iCloud private relay is off. Okay, maybe I'll look into that a little bit more. Thanks for calling that out. So let's make sure we still have the same price as him. We do, plus 390. Plus 390 is, well, he got 395, which is fine. When you're playing with this big of an edge, you can give up a little bit of a little change here. So we're going to hit the 30% boost with it, and it's going to boost us up to probably like 500. Just sweet. Hit the boost. My max bet is $5. I think I might have to. It's kind of, I think you have to load the bet after you hit the boost. Yes, the promo team is goated. If you're new to sports betting, promos and profit boost, bonus bets, those are the easiest way to make, like, the easiest money you'll ever make sports betting. The first few months of your sports betting journey, when you understand how profitable some of these boosts are, it's so easy and really easy to make money. So yes, the promo team goes hard. $5 max bet here. All right, Thralia's got a lot of pressure on him. So let's see if there's any other boost that these guys put out today. So Monday night. Okay. All right. Cobbs might be losing his mind. Monday Night Football. It's not Monday night. It's Thursday night. So he had a 30% boost on FanDuel. So let's see how he built it. All right. He says, believe this promo can be played straight. It's providing the DVIG on all of the legs. So, I mean, these guys do a great job of explaining everything about it. It gives you the DVIG. If all 4 of these are available, we're getting a 36% edge here. Each of these legs have a little bit of value. Nice. So we will tail. I'm going to tail the 4-leg option, but you can build it out to do 1 or 2 legs. It doesn't really matter. I'm assuming we got a link here. So also do a favor too, is when a promo member shares a play and the link brings you to their Picket page, make sure you copy it from their Picket page and give them a like for building it. It's just, give back to them a little bit. I can't do it because I'm on desktop right now. Mookie goes hard on the DFS channels. I always forget to look at DFS, but I need to. Let's say it wouldn't let me parlay some of these legs. We'll see. Are these all touchdown scores? Because maybe we shouldn't be parlaying 4 touchdown scores. I didn't even look at the legs. No, receptions. All right, none of these are touchdown scores. Threw the Colts in there too. All right, we're good now. All right, so there's a 30% profit boost. Again, I have to clear this out and then reload it. Oh, that leg was already in there from a bet I placed earlier. That wasn't from Cobbs. Oh, that's college. Oh, do I not get the same promo? NBA, it's not it. I don't think I get this 30% profit boost. Whatever. I'm already in here. I'm tailing it. You said they were EV anyway. We're going $10. All right, let's talk about. Oh, it's on DK. No. He posted. There was one for both. I think I might just not have this one because Thrally, unless he posted the wrong one again. No, he posted it in FanDuel. So there's a 30% for both on DraftKings and FanDuel. I think I just don't have it. It's got to be that I just don't have it, which is normal. I'm starting to drop promos like crazy. I mean, let's give some credit to all the promo guys while I'm in here. This is just today, every promo that's been listed. So Rye hit a Thursday night. So even Rye hit this earlier, Thursday night, 30%. So I just don't have it. We got Rye, Scheme, Mookie, Kip, Scheme like 3-4 times. Super, Cobb, Thalia. I mean, so many guys put in the work. Honestly, thank you guys for doing this. No one gets paid to do this. They just do it out of the kindness of their hearts. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different promos broken down for free members today. All right, I'll say it one more time. We got some new users in here, but rolling at the bottom of the screen. If you guys want access to the Plus EV bots, we're running this promo till the end of the weekend. If you sign up for the Plus EV bots, link is in the description, and you use code NBA5, you will get your first month for $5 of the NBA bots, or all of the bots. Sorry, the Plus EV bots. But right now is the best time to join with NBA starting up. College basketball coming up soon. There's a lot of profit to be made. They do get paid in FanDuel when they hit. True. I mean, they're building them themselves anyway, so it's just an extra step of posting them, but we appreciate it. Yeah, so I wanted to get into the jackpot tonight. And maybe Evie Adam has. Well, we don't. Evie Adam probably wants to keep his cards close to his chest. He probably doesn't want to split the jackpot with everyone on the stream. But if anyone has a play, let me know. Let's look in here. So we'll read the jackpot. So if you get the first touchdown score or the last touchdown score, you split $1 million with everyone that did it. The obvious choice here is to not pick like a top 10 guy, because I don't want to split $1 million with a million people. You got to pick someone that's probably not going to hit, but we'll take our stab here. Minimum wager of $5. I forget if defenses can be picked here. I'm going to scan through this real fast. If the first or last touchdown of the game is a punt return or a kick return, the individual player who scores the touchdown will count as the first or last touchdown scorer. All right, who's the kick returner on these teams? So we can't pick a defense, right? That's what I'm reading. So we have to pick the punt returner player by name. That's how I'm reading it. Last year we were just picking defenses every time. I don't think you can do that. Yeah, first or last touchdown scorer is a punt returner or kickoff return. The individual player who used will receive the bonus bet. I think you can pick the defense, but I don't think you're going to get paid for it. You'll get paid if they score, but you're not going to get the $1 million. It's going to go to the actual individual player. So someone do a quick look up on who the hell their kick returners are. I guess we can Google it. We'll just look at their depth charts, I guess. We'll go Vikings. I think, well, with all this research, I think I'm going to end up just getting a pick returner. A scoop and score. Whew. Can we pick defensive players? All right, depth chart. Special teams. Punt returner, Miles Pierce. And kick returner. Okay, I'm assuming those guys are always going to be the same. So Miles Pierce is the kick returner for the Vikings. Let's go to the Chargers. Darius Davis. All right, let's see what these odds are at. Gadsden, I don't even know who that is, so that's probably a good pick as well. I couldn't tell you which team he plays for. So, all right, let's just probably receiver. Gadsden's the tight end for the Chargers. All right. I'm assuming he'll starting tight end will probably be picked pretty well, but let's go back and see the odds. Let's claim this and let's go and look for a touchdown. The only one I hit this year, I hit Ollie Gordon like week 1 or 2. It was like $650. Touchdown scores. Gadsden. Yeah, Gadsden plus 175. I'm really looking for someone outside of the top, like 10, 15. So there's your kick returner for the Chargers, Darius Davis, and then Miles Price for the Vikings. I mean, the fact that Davis like a specialty guy as well? Does he come in on offensive snaps? But for him to have twice, for Price to have like double the value of him, double the price of him, seems wild if they're both just kick returners and punt returners. Unless Davis gets some action somewhere on the team. Davis, games played 2 carries. 2 carries, 5 yards. Have they ever thrown him the ball? They have never thrown him the ball. But that's kind of sneaky. If he gets a carry. Where did I go? I'm really lean. I'll probably go Davis just in case he gets a kick return or somehow gets a carry. So that's my play. Darius Davis. And, if this hits for the touchdown jackpot, you're probably talking a couple thousand, I would think, in bonus bets. That's just a guess, but I can imagine not too many people are picking him. So kind of an absolute shot in the dark there. I wish I had more promos to play. What about Onyx odds? I think I lost all my promos on Onyx too. They haven't limited me or anything, but they took away my promos. Thielen, for old time's sake. He was the backup kick returner, so you want to get real crazy. He was listed as backup kick returner, but yeah, Thielen got one. Yeah, so I got nothing anymore either. No promos for myself anymore. That's too bad. All right, one quick look at FanDuel page, and then I'm probably popping off here. Vikings under, still bouncing around up and down. All right, nothing new really coming up here. All right, we'll leave it at that. All right, sweet. But it's 7:40. Gonna go eat some food and then sit down and watch the game here. So, all right, appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate everyone commenting. It makes the stream so much better when it's really interactive. So, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to use the promo in the description to sign up for the Plus EV bots if you're interested in that. It's a great time of year to join, and excited for the NBA season to get rolling. I'll see you guys on Tuesday will be the live stream with the rest of the guys. Maybe Monday night. I'm going to do at least 3 streams a week. So probably Monday night and always Thursday night. So expect Thursday night with the chance of Monday being switched around. But all right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. See ya.